Hi everyone. I'm sorry for any technical issues. You should be able to hear me now. Thank you for joining. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the demo day of Armenia Startup Academy Traction Program. I'm Anna, Program Director at Armenia Startup Academy, and I'll be your host for the event. As a recap, I'd like to share that Traction is a 12-week mentorship-based program for startups that have already gained traction and need help in intensifying it. The companies work closely with dedicated mentors to achieve their milestones in sales, growth hacking, and fundraising directions. The program is implemented by Catalyst Foundation and supported by the European Union's EU for Business Innovative Tourism and Technology Development for Armenia project implemented by GIZ. Viva MTS joins the initiative as a corporate partner and supporter. On this note, and on behalf of Catalyst Foundation, I'd like to express my gratitude and appreciation to our partners from European Union, GIZ, and Viva MTS for supporting our initiatives and helping to take startups to the next level. I would also like to thank our mentors for their utmost dedication and contribution to the startup's accelerated growth and success. Throughout the program, they have shown constant support and provided startups with guidance every step of the way. Without their hard work, it would have been impossible to achieve such results. Today, we are going to get to know the founders of the second batch and learn about their products. Before proceeding to the company pitches, we will be hearing welcome addresses from our partners and success stories of 2 alumni from the first generation of the Traction program. Now, it's my pleasure to pass the virtual microphone to our partners, Mr. Frank Hess, Head of Cooperation at the EU Delegation to Armenia, followed by Mr. William Hugo, Team Leader at the GIZ Private Sector Development and TV Caucasus Program, and Mr. Ralph Yurikian, General Manager of Viva MTS.
Dear participants, it is my pleasure to welcome you all for this demo day of the second batch of the Armenia Traction program. This is part of the Innovative Tourism and Technology Development Program for Armenia, which the European Union and the German Development Corporation are co-financing. Tonight we will hear from 8 teams of you about startups, about your efforts that you have been undertaking. Startups are a very important element for economic success in smaller economies such as Armenia. With your work, Armenia is going to be able to possibly turn into one of the world's leading hubs for innovation and so on. I hope that you will be very successful today as well tomorrow and in the future, and I wish you all the best for today's event and for your future endeavors as entrepreneurs. Thank you.
I suppose it's my turn, but it says, hello everybody, I'm very happy to be with you again here because you heard it's the second batch. Of course, GIZ on behalf of the EU delegation with EU for Business has already been with the first batch, and of course we are very proud on this long-standing partnership with the Startup Academy with Catalyst Foundation. I would like to thank Frank Hess for his words at the beginning and in underlining the importance of this event in this cooperation. I'm also very happy that I suppose our colleague Lovisa Sommerhold from EU delegation is also with us here. And of course, I'm happy that Ralph Yirikian, as already announced, will have some welcoming words for us too. Anna, thank you very much for your words too. And of course, we are happy that Ashot will listen to us too here. For us, it's very important to have this cooperation with you because this idea of the demo day for the second batch of the Armenian Startup Academy Traction program is gathering us here to see another success story of Armenian entrepreneurs. And you, as the Armenian entrepreneurs, you were courageous enough to open your venture and worked very hard. And I know that during the last, I suppose it was something like 3 months, which you were working together, 8 startups graduated, and now we have innovative solutions. This is important. It was more than 200 individual mentorship sessions. You had a very high increase in your user base and of course then also in your income. And I'm very happy that during the digital demo day, you will now pitch your companies to the online audience of international stakeholders and of course prospective customers, investors, media, and the tech community. Thank you all for being here with us today, and see you very soon, hopefully then also offline. Schnorra Galutsun, I hand over to you, Ralph.
Thank you. Hello everyone, dear participants. I would like to welcome you on this digital demo day and to use this opportunity to congratulate all the 8 startup graduates. I hope that after this mentorship-based program, you will feel more confident and determined to spread your innovations. It has been already 2 years that Viva MTS joined this initiative as a corporate partner and supporter, and I wish that this program helps to reveal more talents and lead their way to growth and innovation in our country and beyond. I wish all of you participants all the best. Good luck. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Hrant, the founder of Pinsight. We create general artificial intelligence. AI is everywhere. Companies are spending millions of dollars and hiring an army of data scientists in order to create AI solutions that can help them to solve their business problems. However, any business need or any AI system requires individual and particular approach. Basically, we can say that building AI systems is not a repeatable process. For example, if an AI engineer is building a system to predict customer churn, the same system cannot be used for marketing analytics. As a result, building AI systems is a costly and very slow process that most of the time, unfortunately, does not really meet the expectations of return on the investments. To solve this problem, we came up with a solution to provide high return on investments on AI. Meet Pinsight, a uniform, no-code, and general artificial intelligence platform for all your business needs. To use Pinsight, you need to connect your company data. That can be an Excel file or a SQL database or anything else. Pinsight will automatically find hidden correlations and insights in your business data and use them to come up with predictions and solutions to your business problem. The business problems and needs that I'm talking about cover cases such as customer churn prevention, marketing efficiency analysis, sales forecasting, and many more. The technology behind Pinsight is based on scientific research that has been created by me and my team during many years of research. We created the technology which was validated and tested on 50 plus projects, and when it was already done, we decided to participate in the traction program that helped us to commercialize science and package the technology as a product that is meeting the end user needs best. Right now, we are fully invested in growing our general AI platform in particular and specific use cases that we found scalable. We have already had success stories in different industries covering telecommunication, marketing, gaming, and many more. Together with our partners, we managed to reduce their customer churn, increase their revenue from marketing campaigns, as well as improve customer experience. If you have data that you want to monetize, if you want to improve the revenue of your organization, if you want to reduce your cost, don't hesitate to visit our website or contact us. We will be happy to provide our general AI platform for your particular business needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rand. It's very rewarding to learn about your progress and success. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors and everything the best for Pinsight. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Now we have next alumni, Mushaf Gevorkyan, representing the Work AI.
Hi everyone, I'm Mushak, the CEO and founder of the Work AI. You probably know that we all use gut feeling to estimate our next project. 80% of all software development companies use spreadsheets for project estimations. There is no technology available that allows learning based on past experience or comparing your estimate with industry benchmarks. So basically everything happens in people's minds, which can lead to inaccurate estimations. As a solution, we have built the first data-driven AI-powered estimation platform that learns on your experience and makes recommendations based on your previous projects. It also enables a collaborative approach so you can handle the estimation process without endless meetings and back and forth communication. You might ask, why other project management platforms like Jira can do the same? Well, because our users come to do Work AI for the estimation. Unlike in Jira, they agree to share their project data, so our platform can learn based on it. Though we never use or share any personal data. So how does it work? Basically, you connect your Jira project, use our collaborative dashboard to estimate your task, and Duward starts making predictions on each task progress. In this way, you always get the most realistic timeline for your project. Our AI algorithms predict the realistic end date for your tasks based on previous progress and your teammates' behavior. We are currently targeting software development companies with up to $2 billion market opportunity. Moving forward, we plan to expand to other markets such as marketing agencies and even construction and civil engineering companies. Our business model is SaaS. Our users can easily start with a free plan or go with a 14-day free trial. With a Pro plan, we offer an unlimited number of tasks they can create and store, and Jira synchronization that allows you to track your estimates in real time. Since last year, we were able to get 1,500 organic signups at zero marketing cost. We have around 200 monthly active users and 50 paying beta customers. We got most of our users from our 2 product ad campaigns. In the most recent one, we managed to become the #1 product of the day. Recently, we closed our second pre-seed round. I was in software development for almost 2 decades, and I used to run an outsourcing business before founding the Work AI. Additionally, I founded another B2B startup and managed to bring it to a profitable state, along with my team, obviously. We hold the belief that accurate estimation is the key to the success of every project. At the same time, you can't succeed without proper daily project progress updates. Therefore, we decided to help project managers to ease this process as well. We believe that conversational AI can dramatically change how modern project management is handled. Our next step is building a chatbot that can automate the process of collecting task updates from teammates, allowing them to focus on the creative part of the job. At the same time, project managers will have clear pictures of the project's overall progress and mitigate the risk of not delivering it on time and within budget. If this is interesting for you or you have any questions, please feel free to drop me an email. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mushaf. It was very impressive. We wish you all the best for future goals of the work. Great. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Just a quick note, a couple of notes before we start with your pitch. As everyone could see, we are now proceeding to the pitches of the second batch graduates. And I'm now going to welcome the investor panelists that we have joining us today. It's my pleasure to welcome Ruslan Sarkisyan from Begin Capital. Hi, Ruslan.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for inviting.
Of course, our pleasure. And Suman Talukdar from AR Sprout BC.
Hello, good morning.
We had another investor panelist who was going to join us, but during some emergency, he couldn't join us. It was Alexander from I2BF Global Ventures. So we thank him too for the willingness to join, but he couldn't join for some reason. So I thank you all for taking the time and joining us for the investor panel. A little bit about the format. We will have 3-minute pitches where each founder will present their solution, followed by a 5-minute Q&A session with the investor panel. And a quick remark to the audience: if you have registered with the investor pass tickets, you will receive a follow-up email from our team after the demo day with a link that you can use to request one-on-one meetings with the founders. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Now we will start with our first company. It's Modicus Prime, and Taylor, I'll give the stage to you.
Well, great. Thank you, Anna. And hello to our investor team. Suman, congratulations on your recent investment with Exper and Corinne. That was exciting news to see. So congratulations.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Not a problem. All right. So my name is Taylor Chartier, and I'm the CEO of Modicus Prime, and we are bringing self-service AI to the life sciences. The problem that we're facing today is the myriad of issues that are plaguing the pharmaceutical industry concerning product purity. Recent examples of contaminations include the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine contamination, in which 60 million doses were actually thrown due to the FDA compliance regulations. Now, it actually turns out that about $50 billion is lost in pharma annually, and one failure is reported per year. MP Vision has been created in order to solve this process control crisis. It is a SaaS platform that provides real-time drug quality assurance and is currently being developed with a top 10 pharma company. We are able to provide competitive advantages for our pharmaceutical end users while also reducing operating costs. So how does this application work? MP Vision is a completely hardware agnostic and software agnostic solution. It is a computer vision application in which end users upload data generated from production floor in the pharmaceutical industry, as well as from process development and R&D. These images are uploaded to the cloud and are processed through our AI platform, which produces quality control reporting in real time in order to detect any types of anomalies within product quality control. The fact that our top 10 pharma company partner has just turned to us for a solution is very reflective, in fact, of the AI market in biopharma, which has a projected CAGR of up to 60% through the year 2025. We are very excited to be jumping into this opportunity, and there are vertical markets within the life sciences industry, including environmental sciences, which also have similar types of applications and use cases for MP Vision. Our business model for our SaaS platform is consumption-based, based on the volume of images that are processed. And we also offer plug-and-play customization for our end users who have that specific requirements. In terms of our go-to-market strategy, we have just been accepted into TechStars. We will be completing that program this year, followed by a seed round at the end of Q2. And we are looking forward to expanding our team, of increasing the number of data scientists and developers that we have at the end of this year. Our team at this point includes me, myself, and David Vardanyan, as well as Vitaly and Jack. They've been an excellent team so far that have been supporting us through our negotiations and licensing contracts so far. At this point, we are raising 600K, already 400K that have been committed in order to achieve the milestones for this year, including expanding our customer base up to 5, and as well as bringing on board a senior life science executive. Thank you so much for your attention, and look forward to answering any questions that you may have. Thanks.
Thank you for the pitch, Taylor. Let's start with the pitches from the investor panel.
Sure, I can start with probably first question from my side. Then, thanks a lot, Taylor, for nice presentation. Really sounds quite exciting. Just to better understand the use cases. So, am I right that basically you're mostly targeting the process of pharmaceutical drug production rather than the research? And how the pharmaceutical companies were solving this sort of control today? How do they do the same task today without such software that you're proposing?
Yes, so thank you for those questions. So to work backwards through them. So most pharmaceuticals today, they have a variety of different quality control mechanisms in place. And some of them, for example, I believe at Abbott, there's actually visual inspection that takes place. And it's very random. So a random vial, for example, would be taken from the production floor, and a manufacturing technician would then inspect the vial to look for any abnormalities. And then anything that would be detected would then be reported. So there's a wide range of automation there and non-automation. So that's one of the cost reductions that we're looking to focus on, and the real-time, full encompassing real-time anomaly detection is what our application would be specifically used for. And then the second question, the first one you asked about, is this more R&D or production? So that's what's really also exciting about the tool. So in terms of the unit operations, in process development, which is upstream to production, this tool is very valuable for scientists. So our end users right now at our pharma company, they're actually scientists testing the software. And so it can be used in that setting, but also in terms of a quality control mechanism on the production floor.
My question was also actually related to another question is, if we're talking about the production or even the research phase, are there certain requirements from the government that basically, the human to be there? So, basically, would it be the case that, after the companies implement your software, they still need to have certain human control just because it's kind of required by the standards?
So yes, and so this specific software, fortunately for us, it is not under FDA regulation. It is not a medical device, but there is a requirement from the FDA to have full understanding of the product. So during an FDA audit, they will have requests for how do you understand what is in your product, or for this specific deviation, can you give me some data that's describing it? As long as the pharmaceutical is able to present that they have done their due diligence, and that there has, whether it's human or whether it's a software, as long as they're able to provide adequate evidence that they can support particular justification for why they may have found a deviation and how they solved it, how they were able to approach it, then that's sufficient for the FDA. And our software, it's augmenting these types of professionals, so their expertise. So it's not so much replacing the end users, the pharmaceutical professionals, but it's used as a tool to help them in this case.
Got it, enhancing them.
Thanks.
So Taylor, great presentation. I had just a couple of questions. One is, could you describe how exactly you're deploying the software within your customers? And once you've done that, I'd be interested to understand how you're thinking about pricing it.
Yes, thank you. So we've actually been discussing the different ways that we can deploy this specific application. We've had requests actually to have us provide, the GPUs, the service. We service the application fully on our side, but then we also have requests from particular customers that are concerned with privacy and security to actually host the application internally on their side. So we actually have, in our model, we have two options. As part of our hiring strategy, we're also going to be building out our DevOps team to accommodate that fully. So the end users themselves, they host it or we host it. And via HTTP endpoint, our software, it's completely cloud-based. It can be connected with any type of hardware device that can generate images. So for example, on production or in R&D, microflow image devices are consistently used in some cases for quality sampling. And this particular application is actually, when it's deployed fully, it's actually connected immediately to this hardware. and the images are uploaded to our cloud, and the real-time processing takes place there. So does that clarify a little bit how it's deployed?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And then could you talk a little bit about the pricing?
Yeah, sure. So with regards to the pricing strategy, our first customer, we have it's volume based. So there are multiple tiers, but our first customer has interestingly asked for a global rollout. So we initially had, we will for other customers have it be volume based, the images, but for this first customer, they've asked it to be available for widespread use, and their pricing tiers are actually dependent on our GXP qualification. So for softwares that are used in a good manufacturing practices, GMP environment, there are a lot of regulations. In order to comply with those, we actually have to receive a certain type of qualification. So it's called GXP compliance. So once we achieve that, which we will this year, we've hired a compliance firm. The pricing model, it'll be per year, it'll be about 350 to 400K annually. So that's that pricing model that is moving forward, but for the other ones, it'll be more volume based.
Got it. That's a nice price point.
Thanks. Yeah, we were really happy with it. That's why we're rushing to get GXP compliance so that we can hit that tier right away.
Thank you, Taylor. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're out of time. We need to move to the next company. So thank you for the questions, and thank you for the pitch once more, Taylor. We're going to move to our next company, which is called UTeach. And we'll have
Hi, I'm Shushan, co-founder of UTeach, which is an all-in-one platform for starting teaching business in minutes. Did you know that education providers spend on average 6-7 months and $20,000 for launching their teaching website and faces a lot of challenges during that period? But even after that, nobody can guarantee the success of that platform. And sometimes some of them don't have enough money to start. Our solution is automation, thanks to which education providers save up to 70% of their time, and it's risk-free from money perspective. UTeach is an all-in-one platform with custom-built solution, making the launch of professional teaching website a matter of several minutes. No need to work with development team for 6-7 months, spend a lot of money and be nervous. Just need to register on UTeach, and a professional teaching website with all required features will be created automatically. Our competitive advantage is online teaching automation, where our team has 5+ years of domain expertise and clearly understand how it works. The e-learning market is growing rapidly, especially after COVID, and in 2026, it's expected to reach about 400 billion. And we believe that now is the right time for UTeach. After the launch of version 2 on October 25, which was fully updated, our customer base is growing rapidly. And now we have at least 10 new registered users daily. Among our customers are Sort IT, British Setters, IB School, and more. We make money with monthly and yearly subscription, as well as we offer custom package. As the learning market is really huge and education is any field, we focus not only on individuals, but also on businesses. So in B2B, we rely on partnerships and affiliate programs. In B2C, on marketing and presentations at marketplaces. I want to mention that several days ago, on 19 January, we became the first product, first product of the day and of the week on Product Hunt, and got about 15 new registered users from there. Now we are trying to raise $500,000 to reach 50,000 monthly revenue in 1 year. And about our team, which consists of 12 members now, our founding team and key employees work together more than 5 years, and we have developed a lot of teaching websites with automation. Now we are working hard to make UTeach the best solution for online teaching in the world. Thank you for your attention.
Thanks a lot for the pitch, Yushan. Let's hear the questions from the judges, and we have 5 minutes for them.
Yeah, I can start, I guess, this time. How are you mentioned, SMBs, smaller enterprises. How are you thinking about larger kind of corporate customers? Is that something that's in the roadmap or something you're considering?
Thanks for the question. Now we don't think about it because we found free niche where we have expertise, and now we work on that direction. In the future, yeah, maybe we'll think about it.
Got it.
And who are your target customers right now? Like the focus audience, is it like teachers who, kind of teach at schools? Is it some sort of professionals that create their own courses? And what's the main product that they're using? Is it like a video teaching course? Is it like a printing course or anything?
Thanks. They are creators, individuals, creators, coaches, trainers who want to make their course and sell. And they are training centers who want to automate their teaching process. And we did a lot of customer interviews to understand what problems they have, training centers. And we solve their problems with automation tools.
Okay, and just to understand the product, is it usually like some combination of video, then text, and everything, like presentation? And how they distribute this education courses? Usually, is it distributed online through like messages or through email, or what's the process?
Everyone can just in 2 minutes have professional teaching website with all required tools, create and sell video courses, create quizzes, give certificates, do live lessons. And live lessons, it's not about webinars and lessons via Zoom, Skype, or something else as have our competitors. It's all automated system we do. Attendance checking, homework, quizzes, it's all automated. So we solve the problem.
And do you also process the payments for them?
Yes, of course. Stripe, PayPal, and other payment systems we have.
Got it.
So in the example where you talked about Zoom, etc., are there any limits to the number of folks that can join your specific instance? Meaning, up to like 1,000 potential students can join a live session, or is there some scalability limitations?
Our customers decide how many participants can join. If they write, for example, 10, more than 10 can't join. If unlimited, can join unlimited participants.
Got it.
If you don't have any more questions, we can move to the next company. Thank you once again, Shushan, for the pitch.
Thanks. Thank you for attention and questions. Thank you.
Great. So next we have Aram Kocharian from Bransfer presenting Layer Swap. Hi, Aram.
Hey, should I start already?
Yes, you can start.
Hey, everyone. Nice to meet you. It's a really pleasure to be here and have this opportunity to talk about Layer Swap. So I'm Aram. I am CEO of LayerSwap, and I mean, these days it's hard to imagine any demo day without a crypto company. So I will die in this hill now. So yeah, let's talk some about crypto. So we all know about Ethereum and Bitcoin. These are for general use multi-purpose chains. And because of they are like multi-purpose, they are in high demand, which causes transactions to be slow and expensive. And slow and expensive transactions makes Ethereum and Bitcoin useless for solutions that require a lot of transactions to operate. Like, let's say, NFT games or payments, or let's say decentralized exchanges. So that's why there is a rise of new kind of chains. We call them rollups. These chains are built on top of Ethereum or Bitcoin. They inherit all the security features of the base chain, but at the same time allows tweaking the chain for the specific application use. Like, let's say Loopring is for payments and trading. And for another example, Ronin is for NFT games and so on. The future of crypto is multi-chain. And this introduces a new problem where all these chains have the same assets. They basically share the same asset. Like users have to on-ramp into these chains to be able to use these application-specific features. Let's say, for example, we have the same Ethereum asset, both in Loopring, Ronin, ZK Sync, and any other layer tools, and as well as in Ethereum network. So let's say if I have my USDT in Coinbase and I want to use Arbitrum, how do I do that now? I transfer from my Coinbase account to Ethereum wallet. Then I use Arbitrum Bridge to transfer my assets from Ethereum network to Arbitrum network. Only after this, I have my assets available in Arbitrum. You already can see that I am doing multiple transactions on the chain that have very costly transactions. LayerSwap solves this problem by using the internal ledger of crypto exchanges. Instead of transferring from Coinbase to Ethereum, users transfers from Coinbase to LayerSwap's Coinbase account, and then automatically receives transfer from LayerSwap Arbitrum account to their user's account. Instead of doing multiple costly transactions, the customer is initiating just one in the internal ledger of crypto exchanges, which is instant and without fees. Instead of spending $100 for transaction fees, user just spends $10. Using LayerSwap is about 10 times cheaper. We launched it in October 15, and in just few months, we processed more than 1 million volume of transactions. We helped our customers to save more than 100,000 on transaction fees. We also managed to achieve partnerships with industry-leading companies like ZK Sync, Loopring, Connect, and Argent. The team behind LayerSwap has been in FinTech for 7 years, starting from solving problems for central banks to building and running crypto exchange from scratch. By the way, we are hiring. If you are interested in crypto and want to be a frontliner in this space, feel free to reach out to us. We are raising 3 million seed round. 500,000 is already secured and another 1 million is already committed. We are looking for strategic partners to join us on a mission of making crypto more accessible to everyone. Thank you. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Aram. And we can go to the questions. We have 5 minutes for that.
Yes. Just not a huge expert in crypto, but help me understand, please. So your customers, is it usually like individuals who basically want to use, who want to be end users of one of the crypto products, or it's more of as developers, the crypto developers who are developing their own products on blockchain and they want to use your technology to allow this interlayer technology within the product?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have 2 verticals to scale. So right now we are more focused on end users, saying like just crypto users who want to on-ramp on any of these crypto projects. But we have a long-term vertical as well, which is we are going to have integration with a lot of different projects that want this on-ramping experience into their project, so they can have integration with our infrastructure, so they can provide this on-ramping experience to their users. So to answer just quickly, just both. Right now, we just focused on customers, but it can go to B2B.
And to allow customers to use it, do you need basically to have those integrations in place beforehand? Do you need to have those kind of, let's say, integrations with Coinbase, with other networks before, and then you have like some ready-to-use integrations today, and you're just basically keep building new integrations as going forward, right?
Yeah. So the thing is in order to allow our customers to use LayerSwap, the integration is done from our side. Let's say Coinbase doesn't need to integrate with LayerSwap. Our users can use Coinbase and LayerSwap without any integration from Coinbase side. So basically, we do all these integrations with crypto exchanges, Layer 2s. We have like more than 10 supported from both sides. So yeah, right now we do this integration. But for the next step, I believe some projects have to do integration of LayerSwap in their projects as well.
Okay.
Great. So yeah, my question is, you have a pretty rich kind of ecosystem of services, options there. What exactly are you competing against? Like, what are the alternatives that, you know, a potential customer is looking at when they think about you?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a couple of years I was doing some startup projects, like building some companies, building some products. And I've always wished when someone asked me, like, who are your competitors? I will say there are no competitors. And we basically reached this point because, I mean, it sounds not realistic, but honestly, right now, like our product is very unique in this term, and there are no solutions that fix what we are fixing right now. So yeah, there are a couple of solutions that have like more broad range of problems that they are solving. Maybe I can say on-ramp. You heard about ramp network. So yeah, basically there are a couple of more, but the specific problem that we are solving, there are no competitors. The only alternative for user is just paying these high transaction fees.
Got it. And then so with the $3 million raise, what are you trying to get to?
Yeah. So we there are a couple of things that we want to do, like expect like some obvious things like the growing team, growing business, or something like that. We have some plans on opening science, like crypto science club in Yerevan State University. So it's kind of because we are going to use some of our investments like on a long term, because if you want to be in this space and if you want to be in frontliner, you have to have backing up science team of scientists. So yeah, some part of money we are going to invest in this space. Another part, basically, we are going to grow our development team, our business development team. Yeah.
Great. I guess we don't have any more questions. Thank you very much, Ruslan and Suman, for the questions, and thank you for the pitch.
Thank you.
We will move to the next company. It will be Bootcamp, and we will have Narek pitching.
Hey everyone, I'm Narek from Bootcamp, and we are making internship programs scalable and automated. To run an internship, employer currently spends at least 3 months of engineers' time on training and mentorship. And that time could be used for product development, actually. Right before that, talent acquisition team spends months of screening and onboarding hundreds of applicants. And unfortunately, after all this, the half of interns leave the company. Due to pandemic, 64% of internship programs actually were canceled. Employers weren't ready to move mentorship and onboarding processes online. At Bootcamp, we are sure companies need a new solution that will automate and scale remote internships. Imagine we want to hire 10 software engineering interns. You go to Bootcamp, build a syllabus using our predefined components, and add in your essential topics and materials. After that, we attract and pre-screen thousands of applicants who learn for free and have a teaching assistant during the internship. You hire 10 software engineering interns from the best performing participants from that online, virtual, remote internships with almost zero your efforts. It's free for learners, and it brings us to millions of people who wants to get in the tech industry but can't afford regular expensive coding boot camps. And it's a subscription for our employers. We already did that with global companies like Adobe, Disco, Cruise, and others. We worked with more than 25,000 applicants last 3 years. Despite of canceled internships, market is huge. Learners think internship programs are even more important now than ever. Having learners on one side and active employers on the other side, we are entering huge HR tech and EdTech markets. We're going to start with US market, and we'll have tons of possibilities there. We proved the concept already on the offline internships. We're working on the platform's MVP version. In 1 year, we're going to have at least 10 paying employers. I want to remind this is a SaaS solution. So we are going to have 10 paying subscribers and at least 30,000 learners on the platform. It brings us more than $1 million revenue. Bootcamp is launched by me, my partner Bresh, and our team. I have more than 12 years in building HR and educational products for different markets. Bresh has the most industry-specific expertise in building educational content and managing technology teams. Our team actually already launched the largest coding bootcamp and the most successful tech recruitment company in the region. I'm happy to answer all of the questions. We're open for partnerships, for any kind of cooperation, further discussions, and even you can get acquainted us with your portfolio companies to look through our solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Narek. And
I guess I can ask you a question. So how do you see this expanding over time? Meaning you're focused very much on probably one aspect of the problem, but what do you see as kind of like the longer term sort of solution you're bringing to the market?
Yeah, actually, we have several directions we can use for the further development of the product. It can be for internal use. I mean, we can enter Pluralsight and such like companies and help companies to grow their current talent. We can help learners and switch to B2C and have coding bootcamps with lower costs, having a lot of signed up participants, and we will have a huge database, a huge data to analyze their desired solutions, their preferences, and that's a huge market for us.
Narek, thanks a lot. Quick question from my side. So I think there are out of the market, right? There are many software products that help you to manage just the employee management, onboarding process management in general, right? So this kind of software products, there are a lot. So you're focusing particularly on internships here. What will be like sort of the differentiation factor? So why the employer needs a separate software to use for internship management versus like, general onboarding process management and, employee onboarding? Because it's kind of similar in my eyes, because there are some sort of differences, but just your view on the market here.
Yeah, it's kind of wording issue, I think, because I call internship not only onboarding part, not only getting ready with the job responsibilities and other points. I include training part as well. So we take recent graduates and postgraduates, we train them. So if you're looking for software engineers, you as an employer, you can construct and build your own training program and make it free for tech learners, not ready interns, but learners who can learn for free. And you will check their motivation, you will check their performance during that training session and hire already motivated and best performers to your internship internal program.
And this learning model is usually developed by your customer, like there's a recruiter basically, or you are developing it yourself, or you offering something to the customers?
Nice question. We already had a lot of customized internship programs. We have developed a lot of training programs and tested that. An example, I had a conversation this morning with our partners we run customized offline internship with, and we are already discussing scaling that to the US market, because US headquarters had a conversation about the experience here, about the offline internship, and they were interested about the results and they want to scale it to the US. Mm-hmm. So we had experience of developing that kind of programs, and we want to start from the particular domain. We don't want to take software engineering in general. We want to pick one direction, like product management or like data science, and go deeper in this direction.
Got it. Thanks, Narek. Makes sense.
Thank you.
I guess one last question. So have you thought about how in the long term you can sort of leverage the information you've built about sort of like the students, or I don't want to call it students, but the sort of users, the folks who are in your system, and how that can maybe, be an advantage to you? How are you looking at that?
The great part of the product with teaching assistants, with live teaching assistants, and with automating solutions is that we can learn from our customers about their like common problems in learning. So if we detect that a lot of students had a common problem in certain parts of the curriculum, we can automate that. We can implement our machine learning forces to have automated teaching assistance. And this is a way to have a new generation of EdTech.
Got it.
Great. Thank you, Narek.
Thank you, too.
And thank you for the questions. Now I would like to pass the online stage to Alex, the co-founder of Stingle.
Hello, thank you, Anna. Hello, Ruslan and Saman. Guys, seriously, right now, at this moment, there are a lot of strangers that can absolutely see your most private and personal photos that you always thought were available only to you. If you use major photo backup and sync apps, you are in danger, because they have all of your private moments and files stored on their cloud servers without encryption. It means that their employees, government, and future hackers can see your stuff. I'm Alex, CEO and co-founder of Stingle. Stingle Photos is a convenient gallery and backup app that encrypts your photos on your device with an unbreakable encryption before backing up. So your data is always safe from us as a provider, hackers, government, or anybody else. No data leak is possible. We see data leaks from different large companies every day, and Stingle Photos and Stingle Drive is solving this problem. We will not lose any user data if we have none, right? From day one, we have designed it with this mindset. Unlike other security-oriented software, Stingle Photos is really easy to use and feels like your ordinary gallery app. It is something that you'll be comfortable installing on your parents' device. We are currently live on Android and iOS and have organically grown our registered user base to 14,000. Desktop version of the app is on the way and expected to be released in near future. Stingle Photos is the only product on the market that users can fully trust, because Stingle is the first to offer true end-to-end encryption guaranteeing privacy. Our competitors either like end-to-end encryption or are difficult to use daily. This is the first step on the market committed to making bulletproof security easy and accessible for the everyday user. The early adopters of our app are people who value privacy, like senior level managers, techies, and influencers. Our long-term plan is to penetrate a giant market of mobile security and data backup, which is predicted to grow rapidly to 135 billion in the next 5 years. Stingle Photos is a free and open source app and comes with 1 GB of free cloud storage. We sell additional storage space with a fairly priced monthly or yearly subscription model. As for B2B side, we provide on-premise server installation for enterprise and governmental organizations. We charge yearly fee for support and updates. Also, our clients can request custom features for an additional price. We're a team of 6, led by me and Rafael. This is my second security startup after the Safe Camera app, which has 140,000 users. Rafael, in his turn, grew a 30-people software development company from scratch. We're advised by Aram from Zcoin and KMS Chain, who bring in world-class cryptography knowledge. We have tons of really exciting features and improvements on our product roadmap that are in development, and a really robust marketing strategy to reach our global audience. We are raising $300,000 to accomplish our 2022 plans. Our goal is to have a convenient and secure ecosystem of photos, videos, files, and documents, where you can be absolutely sure that nobody ever is peeping at your data and it's safe from hackers and leakage. We aim to have 100,000 active users by the end of this year. Thanks for your attention, and I'm happy to answer all of your questions.
If I may, just
Great
ask...
speech. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Great speech, Alex. Go ahead, Ruslan.
Yeah, I just want to start with really dumb questions, but probably I want to throw them off first. So, Alex, thanks a lot for the pitch. Just to understand, so let's assume I have an iPhone. I have obviously lots of private photos that I don't want to be leaked. And if I'm using your software, where those photos will be ultimately stored? Will they be just kind of stored in your server and I can delete it from my iPhone, basically just give my storage free? Or do I need to keep it and then just copy it? So how does this work, the actual storage problem solved here?
So the only thing we're selling is the cloud storage, as I already said. So first of all, when anything like any photo or video goes to the Stingle Photos, it's getting like end-to-end encrypted immediately. So it's also protected locally from, for example, from stealing your phone or from analyzing it with forensic tools, for example. And after that, it also backs up your photos, and also there is an option to free up your local storage for your iPhone. For example, if you run out of space, so you can store like terabytes of data in the cloud. So it's our cloud, yeah, and you can free up your space on your phone.
And just to understand that, another stupid question then. So if it's at the end, it's like a cloud storage solution. So what is it? The technology is about that was like not reachable to develop by Apple, etc. Right? So like basically Apple has this also cloud storage. Why they can't give their users the same level of encryption? What is like the uniqueness that you were able to develop, which Apple was not able to develop?
So the thing is like it's all about business model and how you treat your customers. So from the beginning, Apple was not encrypted at all, and then they actually wanted to do something like that, and government said no, you can't do that because we have this data, we don't want to lose it. But Stingle Photos is secure from day one, and also we're not collecting any data, we're not using any kind of analytics, we're not using any third-party libraries. So we fully, our like philosophy is to fully protect our users' privacy and not to track, not to collect information. So our customer is not the product for us. And also Stingle Photos is open source, so all of the source is open, and anybody can analyze and confirm that we're not lying in any way, and we're like completely transparent about all the things that we do, which our users are really like they really like this part, and this is really valuable for our users.
So my question is a little bit around scale. So like all these photo services, Google, et cetera, I mean, they compete based on scale, right? So they make it effectively really sort of cost effective for users to put a lot of information there? Understanding that obviously the encryption is a gap. How are you in the short to medium term planning to compete with that sort of scalability that they offer as a small sort of new startup?
So we don't have any problems with scalability. We can store as much petabytes of data if we want, first of all, and our prices are really competitive with the landscape. So it's a little bit more expensive, but also because like we are also like buying from another provider the storage. But the main selling point is the privacy and the encryption that other users of our other platforms are not getting, and it's not fair because they're not being told that they're not getting this kind of stuff. So actually, for example, if I post something on Facebook, I know that I'm posting it, and I know that some people might see it. But for example, in the case of like popular photo storage apps, users are whatever your phone takes, like whatever pictures you take, they're being automatically uploaded, and you're not getting the privacy that you deserve. And one can argue that this is the most private thing that you have, maybe sometimes even more private than your messages or emails, for example. That's why we're solving this gap, this problem.
Got it. And I guess last question, like where are you in the business? Like how much adoption do you have?
So we have 14,000 registered users and 100 plus paying customers right now. And this is all organic, and we're raising 300,000, as I already said, to expand our marketing and to get more users, to build more brand awareness, because usually we just need to just bring the voice and tell about Stingle, and users are really happy to convert, and also because it's really easy and very familiar experience in terms of UI. So it's not painful at all to switch, and all of this encryption and all of this security is not getting in your way. It's really easy to use, like everyday gallery, but it comes with a peace of mind that nobody ever can see anything from your data.
Got it.
Thank you everyone for questions and for the pitch, Alex. It was a really great one. Let's move to our next company. We have Toxometries coming up.
Hello, I'm Zaven, co-founder of Toxometries AI, a company that makes safety assessment of drug candidates faster. Almost in every industry, there are inefficiencies connected with safety assessment of chemicals. In pharmaceutical industry, the process is very costly and time-consuming. In cosmetics industry, the same problem persists because of ban of animal usage in experiments. We offer radically different solution to accelerate the safety assessment. First, we predict all necessary parameters using, I'm sorry, I guess I need to refresh the slides because it's the old one. Okay, so sorry. So first we need to predict toxicity and other related parameters using AI/ML algorithms. Then we validate the results using our own developed biological experiments. So in fact, we combine AI with biology, and we call these hybrid models. So in this case, AI saves time and resources. Meanwhile, biological validation ensures accuracy. The usage of hybrid models will shorten assessment duration, reduce the use of animals in experiments, and eventually lower costs. We offer the following services: prediction of toxicity and other related parameters of drug candidates using AI/ML approaches, and web lab safety services for safety assessment using standard and hybrid methods. With this solution, we aim to target global safety assessment market, which is estimated to become $51 billion in 2028, with annual growth rate more than 10%. We enter to the market by targeting B2B companies, mainly from pharmaceutical and cosmetics industry. For small companies, we will offer full hybrid assessment, and for medium and large companies, we will offer our AI/ML models. We will reach out our customers through network referrals, conferences, and science-specific marketplaces. Currently, we offer safety assessment using standard methods to more than 45 customers across Armenia, Russia, and Thailand, representing pharma and agro industries. By 2027, we plan to develop hybrid models that will cover whole safety pharmacology and take a leading position in safety assessment marketplace, partnering with big pharmas and biotech companies. As for this year, we plan to develop our hybrid models for genotoxicity assessment. And here is our team. I'm CEO, co-founder, expert in AI/ML. Nelly Baban is co-founder, chief scientist. She's an expert in genetics, cell biology, and toxicology. Professor Helga Stopper from University of Würzburg has joined us as advisor. And with this team, we aim to develop next generation of toxicity assessment models. So we are open for partnership, and if you are from pharma or biotech company, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.
I guess just to jump in, if you could talk a little bit more about kind of specifically your machine learning models, like, are you using data that you've gathered across, lots of different experiences, or is it every time that you go into one customer, you have some sort of pre-built model that you're training their data on?
Actually, the both cases are available. So now we gather data from the public places and build our own model. But we know that the pharmaceutical companies has much more data that are proprietary for them. And so in our we can also train our models on their own proprietary data, even on their premises, preserving the privacy issues. And yeah, so we can do that.
Got it.
And maybe just to follow this question, to ask a little bit more about this hybrid approach that you're taking, and the second part of this hybrid, which is as I said, like standard test, what you call like standard test. Do I understand it correctly? Basically, what you are doing right now is offering to your customers as like lab services, like the customer can outsource some of their testing to your lab. Or is it correct understanding, or do I misunderstood you here?
Yes, we have collaborated with different labs. For example, currently we were working with Institute of Molecular Biology, and the AI part. In the future, the AI part will be done by our companies, and the other parts maybe outsourced it to the other labs, or at that position in time, maybe we will build our own lab. So okay. Yeah.
But today, what's your? I think just on one of the slides you showed you have like number of customers that are using you today.
Yes, today we can outsource these services to our partners and perform all the necessary tests.
Okay.
Using, the classical standard approaches.
And what do you provide to those partners? Just the AI module today? You provide this AI model today already, or no, not yet?
No. Currently, we are working to build these AI models. Actually, we have built 2 of them. But we are still in the progress. And when we'll have these running models, then we'll have much more bigger collaboration.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it.
Okay, thank you very much for your questions.
Thanks, Zaven.
We have actually a couple of minutes that we can use for the questions. So if you have more questions for Zaven, please go ahead and ask.
I guess, okay, so I want to understand a little bit more about your go-to-market model. Like, so once you get past this initial stage of initial models, et cetera, like, how do you scale this up to like your first 5-10 million of revenue?
Actually, I guess the most so the first part, the AI part, is the easiest to scale because it's a service we can put in the cloud and scale. It's no problem. And as for the vet labs, we can actually multiplicate the number of our partners, or even we can establish laboratories in different places. So this will be our scale process. So we build models and then we start partnership with vet labs.
Okay. And just curious, where are you based? Like, are you based, you have, locations in a lot of different places, or how are you thinking about kind of geographic scope?
You mean if the orders will come, for example, from US?
Exactly.
How we can code? Oh,
because it's obviously sensitive data, and right, it can be very.
It's not sensitive data. It's they just the drug development companies. They just send their the formula of the potential drug that can. Yeah, the potential drug they send to us, and we do the all tests here. Or in case of if there is problems with logistics, we can do the AI part here and then order the vet lab things to the companies located in the US, from the US. But in future, we see that we want to establish laboratories for example, in US, in Europe, and Asia.
Got it.
Great. We can move to the next company. Thank you, Zaven.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. I'm Hamak, CEO of Builder. Builder is a growth and operational excellence vehicle for small construction companies. We focus on construction companies who are doing businesses in residential and commercial areas. Their typical project duration is 6 months, and their typical project budget is 1 million. During this kind of projects, the construction companies work with about 100 sub-vendors and subcontractors. And to find those people, they connect about 200 people. So during this process, they do have a lot of problems in the financial management, project management, scheduling, and document management, and nothing is automated. And there is also a lot of miscommunication between different stakeholders. So our solution is automating all the aspects of construction management, designed especially for small construction companies, and simplified management process. We give also ability for construction company to give visibility to client. So our product consisting from different modules, which is like project management, financial, administrative, and job site management. Construction industry is less digitalized industry in the world, and annual growing rate is 8%. There are about 600,000 small construction companies in US and Canada, and our targeted users are 200,000 in US and Canada. So most of the construction and management softwares have been built more than 10 years ago. They are focusing on medium and big-size construction companies, and they are not serving needs of young and medium generation professionals, which are mid-age right now. So our competitive advantage is easy onboarding, easy of useness. We are solving problems for small construction companies, and we are targeting mid-age professionals. Our customer acquisition channels are sales representatives. We are running also paid ads, and we do also content marketing. So far, we have done more than 50 user interviews. We have 6 early adopters, and easiness of use rated by users are 9 from 10. Our team is consisting from different background of people. I do have more than 15 years experience in tech entrepreneurship. We got also angel investment in December 2021 from a construction professional from US, and he's running his own business more than 18 years. We do have also advisors from US construction industry, also construction tech industry with successful exit. We are raising our pre-seed money to reach 70 clients and shape the product with them. That's it. Thank you very much. Happy to answer your questions.
Thanks a lot, Mike, for the pitch. Interesting, quick question though. I feel that the market overall of the project management software for construction companies is quite a saturated market. There's a lot of competition going on right now. And I think you mentioned you're planning to use quite a standard go-to-market approaches with sales reps and advertisement. Do you think that there could be any kind of growth hack? How can you win the competition? How can you get in front of the customers and win? Do you usually replace something? Do you go looking after the companies that don't use anything at all for today? Just maybe more thinking about the go-to-market strategy would be interesting.
Sure. So there are, if you think about construction management companies, so there are many, but the thing is that if you split it down to the segmentation, and the segmentation is small construction companies actually running project management, it's just like renovation, remodeling, or home building. So there are not many softwares focused on them. So maybe there will be like 4 or 5 who can handle that project, like project management lifecycle. Of course, at this stage, we are running more general ways of customer acquisition, but we're also observing of some of the options to get also like growth hacking ways. We just like connecting with associations. That's one part. And there are also some other ways that we are trying, but I haven't inputted because it's not working yet.
Okay.
I guess my question has to do with, like the customers, they probably use other solutions, not necessarily for the project management part, but for, I don't know, CAD design or who knows what. Like, have you thought about how you kind of tie into those things over time and how that maybe gives you an opportunity to be different in the market?
It can be different. The good point is that the possibilities are endless because there are also BIM integrations, CAD integrations, and also there are some other construction businesses who are not running construction management, but they're running part of that one. So it can be additional tool for them to have full cycle of management. And yeah, there is a lot of improvement and integration that can be done, but not at this stage. But there is possibilities.
Mm-hmm. And do you already have some kind of metrics for your customer acquisition? Do you already know how much it costs for you to acquire a customer and what will be your kind of annual revenue projection for this?
So right now, customer acquisition calculated, it's about like 2,000-3,000, but lifetime value is going to be like, so we charge per subscription. Right now we have like fixed per company, but we are going to have volume based. So lifetime, if calculate like 4 or 5 years, so it will become about like 30,000-40,000.
Okay.
But of course, there are ways to improve because we are at that stage.
So what's the average annual check for your product right now?
Right now it's 6,000.
6,000 is the average. Okay.
But there is opportunities to increase that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We can take another question before moving to the next company.
I guess what's the end game for you? Is like what do you see kind of the long-term sort of position of the company?
At the moment, we want to grow and play bigger. So we do have many options, but the thing is that we don't focus on right now on those which one is the best way. But there are many opportunities. But we want to play bigger, just to dominate in this market.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank you for the pitch, Maya.
Thank you.
It was a great one. And we can now move to the pitch of our last company. We will have Edit Mentor with Misha pitching.
Good morning from Hollywood, California. I'm Misha, a two-time entrepreneur and professional video storyteller. I worked on the Emmy-winning TV show American Horror Story and the Steve Jobs movie starring Ashton Kutcher. For thousands of years, people have communicated mainly by reading and writing, but now video is the dominant form of communication. Everyone who's ever tried to edit a video knows how hard it is, and that's because 99% of people are video illiterate when it comes to editing, which is the process of shaping a video's message. We've all been there, excited to make that business explainer video, but stuck sitting in front of a pile of footage, not knowing where to begin. Introducing Edit Mentor, the interactive training platform to teach everyone the skill of video editing and video storytelling. Unlike traditional tutorial videos where the learner just sits and watches, in Edit Mentor, you interact with the lesson right in your browser. Simply follow the lesson instructions, submit your answer, and Edit Mentor provides you with instant creative advice the way that a professional mentor would. It's fun, and anyone can do it with no experience at all. Edit Mentor isn't just for filmmakers, though. We're building videos, we're building courses for vloggers, business explainers, sports videos. If it's a type of video, then we can teach a course on it. The market for video content creators is enormous. 50 million people own YouTube channels, and 1 in 3 kids under 18 years old wants to become a professional YouTuber. That's why 48% of schools teach a course that involves video creation. But Edit Mentor isn't just for schools. Our courses are available to the hundreds of millions of adults making videos for their small businesses, sports teams, or social causes. Edit Mentor is a freemium SaaS subscription product. For schools, our average order size is $1,400 a year. For life learners who want to take their education to a professional level, we plan to offer a paid subscription. Edit Mentor is a growth stage company that has found a product market fit. In 2021, we earned approximately $100,000 in revenue while maintaining 6,500 active monthly users. Our customers include the Los Angeles Unified School District, the second largest in the United States, and Purdue University. Our curriculum is sticky. That's why 50% of our education customers resubscribe. Our plan is to grow in the education market because we already know how to scale those users. With a seed investment, though, we will expand our content library and start marketing towards life learners. We believe that we can add 100,000 students to our platform in 12 months, bringing in $1.9 million in revenue. Finally, using the millions of data points that we collect from our users who interact with our lessons, we're building an AI-powered video spell check. My co-founder, Gore, and I have a perfectly complementing skill set. Gore's our CTO with 17 years of experience in software development. He leads a team of 10 engineers building Edit Mentor in Armenia. We are equal partners and friends who spend more time talking to each other than we do our wives. So with that, I'm happy to take your questions.
Thanks a lot, Misha. Great energy, by the way. I mean, probably organized just kept you for the end to keep the sort of energy level high for the whole, day of pitching.
Thank you.
Couple of questions probably from my side just to understand. So first, to understand the product, right? So is your product more about like education, or do you also provide your own tools, or you use some external tools so that the users can use it for editing? Do you focus on particular tools for educating them?
So our tool is currently for education, but not necessarily required to be used in a school. Anyone can do it, but if you're a teacher, we give you a lot of tools that are really helpful for your classroom. The second part of your question is about video authorship, which means creating a video using your own footage. And that's what we plan on doing with some of the seed funding.
Got it. And then question about your distribution model, right? So your go-to-market model. You mentioned you're going directly to schools, etc. Have you considered going through other education platforms? Because there are tons of platforms who provide different type of educational content through themselves. Don't you think it will be more efficient to use their channel, use their go-to-customer channels already?
That's a great question. And I think it kind of comes to, it's almost like a competition question, right? So we believe that other companies that are our competitors now will become our customers as they adopt our platform to make their own curriculum interactive. And we're very open to doing that. When we started with schools because building the tool was difficult, but building the curriculum is also difficult. And we thought that the schools would build their own curriculum, but they didn't. So we built a team of curriculum designers who are subject matter experts. And that's why our curriculum is so good.
Got it.
I guess I have one clarifying question. So when I go there and I'm a user, like the life learner, and I sign up for an account, what is it that I get? Do I get like a bunch of pre-configured videos that I can patch together? To clarify, what is in the product out of the box?
Yeah, and that's a great question. Let me just start with saying there's nothing to download or install, which is a huge strength of EditMentor, because with other video editing products, the type of computer you have, the amount of hardware you have, it's actually relevant to your ability to produce something. So EditMentor you could use on a browser. When you log in, what we've done, the big concept is, if you were to learn how to play soccer, for example, your coach wouldn't just say, here's a ball, go play until you're good at it. But that's actually how we teach video editing. We just say, here's your editing software, go edit a movie, go edit a TV show, whatever. What EditMentor does is take the big complicated idea of video editing and break it down into practicable bits. So for example, we create a drill. How do you make this joke funnier? How do you make your call to action stand out? What are the errors in this message? We show you an example and then you have to fix it. And through the process of fixing it, that's how you learn.
Got it. And when you fix it, you actually mean like recording something new and putting it up and doing it again?
No, sorry, I should have clarified that. All of the footage, all of the examples that you need, they're already there. So there's pre-built videos, like you might work on a video for an entrepreneur who owned a donut shop. And you're seeing version 1 of the video, and then you have to work on it through a notes process to get it to version 2, which is the final product.
Got it. And what is that AI spell checker thing? I'm just curious because you kind of touched on that.
So the future of all editing software really is in the cloud. There's a lot of advantages to it, including elastic computing, which I won't go into right now. But one of my favorite benefits to it is that you can use, it makes AI easier to use. So in editing, there are a lot of rules of thumb that professionals like me use daily. For example, we have one called say dog, see dog. And it literally means if your voiceover says something, you should be showing that thing. So an example of how we could use AI to help content creators make better videos would be to say, hey, we noticed you said dog here, but you're showing a cat. You really should be showing a dog. And it should be one of these 3 clips. And by the way, we think this one's the best one. So it guides users through the common mistakes that they make. This is the big idea. This is actually, what we've built now is revolutionary, but that is really pretty explosive.
Got it.
Okay, great. I guess we're done with the questions. Thank you, Misha. It was really great pitch and great energy for the rest of the day.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. So this was our last pitch and we're done with the demo day. So I would like to thank Ruslan and Suman for tuning in and asking great questions to our founders. Thank you for your time. And I would also like to thank all the audience for joining us for this demo day. I hope you enjoyed the event, and you can feel free to reach out to me at anna@smartgate.vc in case of any questions or requests. Have a great rest of the day, and thank you once more.
Thanks a lot, Anna, for organizing.
Take care.
Bye.